So hi, I'm Tony Breuer. I'm a physician here at Brody School of Medicine, also a professional artist, a neurologist and an artist. And I am very much interested in the interaction of science and art, and know something after 41 years about the workings of the brain, how the brain processes images, and where creativity is located in the brain, what neuroscience knows about creativity. I'm very much interested in all of those things. So I got permission to go to ECU School of Art and Design. I qualified to go, and the people I work for gave me permission, worked half-time for them. And it was a great relief to me because I've had all this training in logic and math and so forth and so on. And then I needed some remediation, some balance here. So it was finally after 3 years and 3.5 years at ECU School of Art and Design that I got the picture. And I've been making art since for the last 10 years. And now the art and the science are kind of blending together. And I have some notions about creativity being a learnable thing. It is a measurable thing. And I want to get that into our system and into our city. But in order for a painting to be engaging, it has to be rich in complexity. It has to have a lot of variety. No square inch of the painting can be the same. And it has to have harmony that makes the whole work unify, cohere, be one thing, and be evident that it's coherent. So the layers add to this complexity. You put in a layer or a painting, you put a painting on top of that, and you can sort of see the previous layer through the second layer. Then you put a third layer on, and you can see some things in the first two layers. And then you push and pull various objects to make some things more evident and push some things into the background to make the whole thing work. Most of the most important things in this world, love, hope, resolve, courage, the fact that we're mostly empty space, 99.9% empty space, you feel solid, you are not. The fact that we are hurtling through space-time at hundreds of thousands of miles an hour, right here while I'm talking to you, that's the truth. Most of the most important things you cannot see directly. There are 3 pieces about magnolias, and magnolias are fascinating to me. I think they're just incredibly beautiful. They're works of art of God, with the curves that they have. I'm interested in curves, and when you have the sunlight in such a way, or the light, petal will cast a curvilinear shadow on the next petal. So it makes it very interesting to me. So that's why I picked them. So those are semi-abstract. Then there's a couple of paintings, a couple of works about vessels. One has to do with images of the results of the Hadron Collider, the circle underneath the ground between France and Switzerland, where they get these beams of protons going around aimed at each other. Billions and gazillions go by. Every once in a while, one will smash into another, and kaboom, all of the subatomic particles. And they have detectors, for meters in the Earth to detect what these things are. Quarks and pi mesons and all sorts of things. So it has that in it, and then it has a reference to communion, a silver chalice, and the wine and the bread. So I call that sort of foundations one, or fundamental things. So then there are the series that has to do with sort of, I guess, transportation, the horses, the airplane, and the horses. One has to do with family tree, it's called, with the grandmother and grandfather horses in these brains that are now passed on. And down below, this female horse and her baby filly or colt running. And next to them is this boat, this unfinished boat with the ribs still, sort of symbol of the journey of life. And then the birds flying from left to right, sort of the arrow of time. So that's sort of a metaphysical thing. And then there is hell-bent for leather, a single horse in space-time. And then the last 2 things are a series that have to do with monarch butterflies, flying through space. And I call that series, of which there are 2 here, I call it a monarch's celebration of flight. And a monarch butterfly has all sorts of metaphoric significance and spiritual significance, from the metamorphosis from a pupa to a caterpillar, to a pupa to a butterfly. So those are some of the things. Well, viewers used to matter a lot to me. You know, I wanted to sell art, and I've sold some, but hardly anybody buys art in this day and age. I mean, with the economics the way it is, And now, truthfully, I'm not being arrogant, mean, or nasty in saying this. It doesn't matter to me what a viewer thinks or says. I am painting this for myself. This is inside of me. And I'm interested in the creative process and sharing that with other people and showing other people that with art science programs, there are ways of teaching young people, students in the sciences and medicine, nursing, dentistry, and in the arts about each of these other disciplines because they can benefit from this. So anyway, of course I'm pleased if someone likes it. I'm pleased if someone wants to buy me. That's great. Wah! But I don't like, you know, when I used to publish a paper, I used to be so happy with it, so proud of it. Now, you know, you move on to the next thing. Someone likes it, fine. If not, okay, fine. It's not that I don't value their points of view. And sometimes people point things out to me. What about this? What about that? I say, wow, that's a great idea. I listen to my wife also. And then good paintings also have feeling in them. There's something underneath them that has kind of a feeling to it. So, and that just keeps me happy doing this. It's work. I mean, it's work. Any artist will tell you it's work. It's not just pretty pictures.